too. What are the odds? What are the odds? Hey, Tony P, what are the odds?
What is up, everybody? It's my new song. I just came up with it. It's called What is Up, Everybody? I hope you're doing well. I am doing well myself. Just wrapped up my work day and was like, let's get some recording on. Let's see what's happening in the world of wacky news. But as usual, first, a little bit about me, because I like to talk about me. What about me? What's going on with me? No. I actually hate talking about myself and very seldom do it, believe it or not. And if you think I'm doing it, I'm probably not. Yeah, think about that for a while. But after a long hiatus, I got to step foot in a convention again this weekend. It was nice to be back. It was nice to be back at a convention. Yeah, I went to DragonCon last year. It was definitely, we had reduced capacity, so it was fun, and I saw my friends, but it was just a little weird, a little off. It wasn't quite the same. And then I moved, and if just, there haven't been cons, I've been busy, but Megacon is in Orlando every year. I've heard nothing but good things about it. And, well, as I'm in Orlando, I got to go. So I was excited. I bought a pass just for Saturday, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go bop around, kind of like I went on my own. I wasn't working. I wasn't moderating or doing any of that. So I was like, I'm just going to float around and see what happens. So I was smart. I parked at my girlfriend's apartment because she lives close to the convention center, and was like, I'll just take an Uber into Megacon. It was like $8, right? So I don't have to worry. Parking was $20. And I was like, I don't have to worry about finding parking. I don't have to pay for parking. And they can just drop me off. Boy, I did not know this at the time, but that was the best decision I could have made. Apparently, parking was a madhouse. They were like, I'll tell you what, based on the traffic of when I drove in, I can only imagine the parking was a madhouse. So it was literally taking people hours to find parking. But fortunately for me, I didn't have to worry about that. Funny enough, I got in the Uber. I said, hey, hello, how you doing? I said, yeah, you might see people dressed up. There's a comic book convention. You may get some Uber traffic from it. And the lady was like, oh, that's great. Cool. Thanks for letting me know. I was like, yeah, no worries. And she said, let me ask you something. Let me tell you, no, whenever anyone says, let me ask you something, I have a little panic attack. Like, hell, what are they going to ask me? Like, I don't mind having conversation, but I'm like, what are they going to ask me? So she said, let me ask you something. In Batman versus Superman, how did Batman beat Superman? I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you're into comic books and stuff, right? And I was like, yeah. She's like, you seen the movie? I was like, yeah, I did. Well, how? I just can't imagine. I mean, who can beat Superman? I was like, well, did you watch it? She's like, no, I didn't see it. I said, do you want me to ruin it for you? I don't want to, go watch it. She's like, I don't want to watch it. I just want to know what happened. So I explained how it's possible Batman could actually defeat Superman. I won't tell you here and now. Just go watch the movie. Superman does have a weakness. Everything has a weakness. So suffice to say, Batman, leaned into that. And then I guess once she realized, like, all right, cool, we're talking comic stuff, she's like, you know what else I didn't like? I was like, oh, what's that? Maybe, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, one of the newer movies. In the X-Men movies, Rogue just wasn't as good as she normally is. And I was like, well, it's funny you say that, because you're not wrong. And a lot of people complained about that. But that was like 15 years ago. Are you still bothered? Like, are you not over it yet? Because you're right. I mean, you're right. They did a crappy job with Rogue in the X-Men movies. No offense to Anna Paquin. It's just Rogue in the comics is a badass. Like, she's like one of the toughest superheroes, definitely one of the toughest women, but one of the toughest superheroes on the planet. She can steal everyone's powers. She's like, it just wasn't right in the movie. I was like, you're right. If I see someone here this weekend, I will let them know. But it was a crazy comic-filled Uber ride, and I got to the convention, and It was great. It was a giant, vendor floor and a lot of artists. Megacon has a lot of artists, which I actually really appreciated. And something weird, I guess, is maybe it's a Florida thing. I've been to a lot of cons in Georgia. I had never once seen this. Here in Florida, they have tattoo artists. And not just tattoo artists handing out cards, like you can book a time and get a tattoo at the convention. And there's another con coming up that also has like a tattoo artist alley. So I was like, that must be some weird Florida laws or something. I don't know. But anyway, all in all, this is not the Megacon podcast. It was a great time. If you've ever thought about going, I'd recommend it. I would probably go. Definitely go again next year. Probably go for a day. Definitely not on a Saturday though, because that was a madhouse. And then I ran into somebody. I was like, all right, I'm going to head out now. And as I was so close to the door, somebody calls my name. Hey, Tony. It's like, oh, come on. No, it wasn't that bad. It was a friend of mine. It was good to see her. And we caught up. All right, this week's story. This one is near and dear to my heart. And sounds like something I would do just on a Friday night. A Texas mother learned an important lesson about leaving her phone unlocked. Yeah, come on, you never do that. Her 2-year-old accidentally ordered 31 McDonald's cheeseburgers from DoorDash. 31. That's just another night, right? On Monday, Kelsey Golden, who works in media marketing for a school. That's a weird, a job title. Who cares where she works? Like just, I don't know, Kelsey Golden. I don't know. Anyway, she was working on the school's annual yearbook on her computer at home. She was transferring photos from her phone to her computer when her 2-year-old son, Barrett, started yanking on the phone. I don't have kids. I don't hang out with a lot of 2-year-olds, but one thing I know, them little kids be loving phones, man. Just random kids. Can I borrow your phone? No, get out of here. Golden explained that her son loves the camera feature. He likes to look at his reflection. And instead of playing games or doing other activities, he likes to play with the camera. Hey, that's fine, man. I get it. But this time, Barrett did not stare at his reflection. Dun, dun, dun. Apparently, he started pressing the screen, swinging it around like a roller coaster, she said. Yeah, that's why I don't have kids, man. I'll be swinging my phone around. I mean, like people touching my phone. Don't even look at my phone. But anyway, it was at that point Golden received a notification that her DoorDash order was taking longer than usual. That's odd, she says, because although she sometimes ordered DoorDash for her 2 older children's lunches, that morning she had packed their lunches and knew there was no DoorDash going on. Then a work colleague furthered the confusion because she told Golden that her children were indeed eating their packed lunches. They didn't order DoorDash. Who's ordering DoorDash? All right as she said that, she was outside playing with Barrett on the porch. A car pulls up. And according to this, she was like, what? So she went over to it, and out gets a giant McDonald's bag and 31 cheeseburgers. I don't know if you guys have ever gotten McDonald's on DoorDash. We can pretend like I don't, and I'm just saying I just did this for research. Not that I knew this. But to their credit, they pack everything up kind of nice. Like they put the drink, they have these big bags, right? And then it has like a cup holder and then the bag of food inside it. So it's like it's definitely a big bag. Like it came from Toys R Us or something. So let's see here. It dawned on her that Barrett was playing with the phone. She went back, looked at the phone, and saw there was an order placed. She thought, oh my God, he really did this. The accidental order was even more out of place because according to her, in this weirdo household that she lives in, no one in our family likes cheeseburgers. So she posted on her town Facebook page offering, hey, I have some free cheeseburgers. Now, I'll maybe they're vegan or vegetarian or something. Cool. That's the only way I can explain it. Like, nobody who eats meat and cheese doesn't like cheeseburgers, right? From there, it blew up. One woman came by and she was pregnant and wanted 6 of them And she said, no judgment. She also added that she donated some cheeseburgers to neighbors. Ain't no judgment on 6 cheeseburgers. They're McDonald's cheeseburgers, man. They ain't even that big. So how much did all these cheeseburgers cost? Well, the total order came out to $91.70 because apparently Barrett, the 2-year-old, also left a really generous tip of 25%. Good on you, Barrett. Somebody had to go get that food, you know? She said she had no idea that the mishap would go viral. And on Friday, her and her son were even invited to a meetup with McDonald's staff. So from there, the kid was able to meet the mascots, take some pictures, and actually enjoy some chicken nuggets. Because remember, nobody there likes cheeseburgers. So gold in hopes that her son's fluke order helped brighten some people's day. And as she says, I hope it spreads a little humor in a sad, dark world. Good for her, because it was clearly her mistake. It was clearly, their fault, the ordering fault. The kid got the phone, he ordered something. That was on them, and yeah, granted, $100, nobody wants to have to swallow that, but it sounds like fortunately she was able and gave out the food and gave it away to some people and didn't make a big deal or try to blame it on someone. That's what I was scared of, because I didn't read this article. I read the headline. I was like, I can read it live. And I was like, oh, here we go. She's going to blame it on DoorDash, and McDonald's should know better than to process 31 cheeseburgers. That's the only thing. That was an odd number. But whatever. It ain't on them. They're not the cheeseburger police, and the business is selling them. Now, unfortunately, there's another McDonald's story. This one not as fun, but apparently Russians are lining up in Moscow for what may be their last Big Mac. As there's all sorts of war stuff and things going on, McDonald's is rolling down the shutters in Russia after 30 years, becoming one of the biggest global brands to leave following Moscow's actions in Ukraine. Whew. Now it's gone too far. There's been a lot of bad stuff, whenever there's war, it's a horrible thing, but taking away them people's Big Macs, I couldn't stand for it, man. Viva la revolution.